Hello, and thank you so very much for being here. My name is Beata, and I'm Polish Canadian, in case you are wondering where my accent is from. And there is a wonderful saying, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. So here we are. So let's talk about who is this webinar for. This is for you if you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, but you feel at the core of your being that it's time to change and break free, even if you have no idea how to change your situation. If you just can't take another day of feeling down and tired and exhausted and unfulfilled, this is for you. You must be ready and willing to take responsibility for your life and own your own pain. For some, being comfortable, being uncomfortable is a way of life. And asking for help can be very uncomfortable. Our trust has been broken so many times. You don't know who to trust anymore, especially with so many coaches and therapists to choose from. But if you're not ready to take responsibility for your pain and the circumstances that caused it, it's not your time. Your time will come. In the next 45 minutes, I'm going to show you 5 steps for how to shift your mindset from being the person you are right now to feeling empowered and joyful and free. During this webinar, I'll talk about the law of cause and effect, meaning we cause our life, we are not at the effect of our life. Life is happening for you, not to you. I'll talk about the importance of releasing negative emotions, the importance of self-love, and my favorite subject, everything in the universe is based on contrast. Positive and negative are just 2 sides of the same coin. And we'll finish with a wonderful vibration of gratitude. My deepest intention is to inspire you today. And if you stay till the end, I have a gift for you. I want to empower you how to overcome hardship and fulfill your dreams, how to access your inner power and release and let go of everything that holds you back, how to reconnect with the person you truly are and the life you want to live. Integration, purification, and letting go is part of growth, evolution, and life's purpose. If you are like me, you've been through so much in life. Maybe you've been traumatized, betrayed, abandoned, rejected. I get it. I truly feel your pain. And your trust is broken. Your heart is closed, and you're not trusting people who are worthy of your trust. The trouble is that the more you've been hurt in the past, the more boundaries you put up to protect your hurt. And it gets more and more difficult to have meaningful connections with people. Or maybe you feel unlovable, unworthy, not good enough. All those components keep you stuck, and you're missing out on what life has to offer. The only problem is that you're missing the tools, new ideas, new concepts, how to release your pain and how to change your situation. Once you have the tools, you can start practicing a different mindset. You can start purifying and integrating your emotional hardship and regain the power to live the life you deserve. Eventually, with time and practice, you can have confidence, peace, emotional freedom, and experience deep joy and fulfill your soul's purpose. Let me tell you about myself. I was born to a bipolar, narcissistic, and very controlling mother. My childhood was pretty traumatic, full of anger and physical abuse and love. But I never knew from minute to minute what was coming. It was an emotional roller coaster. So I left home at 16 just to get away from this madness. Depression was my roommate for most of my life, and alcohol intake was at times excessive. But I never numbed my pain with prescription drugs. I was always reaching out for help, and I've worked with some great therapists and amazing coaches. When I was 30 years old, I was introduced to a philosophy called neurolinguistic programming. This philosophy has changed and saved my life. Later on, I came across shadow work. It's the work of bringing your shadows, the dark side of you, the part of you that you deny and resent, to the light and to become whole again. Emotional healing of myself and coaching others became my life's purpose. I've worked with clients who have freed themselves of trauma and pain in just a few weeks. Let's be real. Life always brings challenges and is full of obstacles. It's part of growth and evolution. But for most of the time, I live in the state of equanimity, acceptance, peace, and self-love. So what is the key to my emotional success? You first need to accept the fact that there is nothing wrong with you. Almost everyone is broken. Almost everyone operates from the place of hurt. Look at our history, all the wars, brutality, mind control. Some believe that we carry our pain and hardship from our generations. So you're not alone, and there is nothing wrong with you. If you're an abuse or trauma survivor, you are my hero. I applaud your determination. I applaud you for still being here. And I applaud your strong will. You are a fighter, my warrior sister. The healing journey of this kind does sometimes happen relatively quickly, but more often it takes time. The most challenging thing is to get out of your comfort zone. Even if it's painful, it's still your comfort zone. And your ego loves pain and comfort zone, while your soul is patiently waiting for integration and purification of your toxic emotions, which are stored in your heart unnecessarily for too long. This journey requires patience and repetition. Repetition is the law of learning and transformation. It requires action and taking small steps every day. When we are trapped in our pain and the story about it, we forget that we are more than that. We are energy and sexual beings connected to all of life and universal energy. Every cell in your body is a vibration. Each emotion has a different vibrational charge. And your heart, not enough, it's a battery which fuels your body, but it's also a giant computer which stores all your good and bad experiences and emotions. Sadly, most of us store pain and toxic emotions like it was a treasure of some sort, and your heart becomes heavy. Wouldn't it be great if you could just go to your computer heart and go delete, 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 all that stinky, rotten, toxic, dark stuff, and bring light and love to your heart? Did you know that from the moment you are conceived, your cellular body is being downloaded with information, beliefs, and emotional charges that your mother has experienced during pregnancy? Did you know that when you are born, 50% of your personality traits are your mother's? My mother, for example, was full of fears, anger, hardship when she was pregnant with me. She had no self-esteem, self-worth, nor self-love. Imagine being born with this package to overcome for growth and evolution. But I did, in the name of growth and evolution, and for the betterment of our future generations. On an unconscious level, your cellular body projects the information, beliefs, emotions onto the outside world. That's what I mean by the law of cause and effect. You cause your life. Life is an inside-out job. By blaming, you actually give your power away because it's something outside of you that you have no control over. Blaming feels good at the moment, but there is no growth and evolution. You only have power to change when you take responsibility for your pain and the circumstances that caused it. When you change the life inside of you, the life outside of you will change. Here we have a beautiful diagram of benefits of causing your life and hardships of being at the effect of life. Empowered versus victim. Responsible versus blaming. Solutions versus problems. Results versus excuses. Feedback versus failure. Love versus fear. Action versus being stuck. Unfortunately, some people have a really hard time taking responsibility for their lives. But as you can see, the benefits of causing your life are tremendous. You always have choices in life, and taking responsibility for your life is a choice. And creating your life from inside out gives you power to change. Step 2, releasing your negative emotions. In this diagram, on the vertical journey of life, we see that negative emotions have low vibrational quality. Guilt and shame are the lowest and most toxic when stored in your body for a long time. Grief and resentment are very heavy on your heart. Some people have chronic sadness. I did. I think I was born sad. No wonder I didn't want to get out of bed for most of my younger life. And of course, anger and fear keep you heavy on your feet. As we move up the scale towards enlightenment, the quality of emotional vibration gets higher and higher. Courage being the breaking point. Acceptance, gratitude, joy, peace, and love being the highest vibrational emotion. On the horizontal journey, you see that infinity sign is getting smaller as you move to higher states of consciousness. By integrating and releasing your negative emotions, we move towards enlightenment. Also, the circle in the middle, power, gets larger as you evolve. You will observe the positive and the negative, the pain and pleasure simultaneously, and gratitude will become your natural state. I can't stress enough how important it is to understand that resistance to pain causes more pain. High level of stress, trauma, or abuse leaves an imprint in your body if it hasn't been processed and released, and it blocks the energy flow. Usually, those imprints of emotions have a story, and each time you tell the story either to someone or in your head over and over and over, you feed that pain. Even if that pain is 20 years old, you make that pain even bigger by telling that story over and over. 20 years later, it's not a problem anymore. Your mind might think it's a problem, but today it is not a problem. So stop feeding your pain with your stories. Use your pain as your teacher. Every time the pain shows up, it gives you an opportunity to feel it, integrate it, and become free of it. How we feel is a habit, and every habit can be broken. Emotions are chemicals, and we can be addicted to emotions. There's a part of the brain called the hypothalamus, and its function is to assemble and match certain chemicals that match certain emotions. We call these chemicals peptides. So there is chemical for anger, chemical for sadness, chemical for victimization, for love, joy, and every other emotion. So if you constantly flood your body with chemicals of poor me, victimization, life is suffering, those chemicals dominate your chemical makeup, and we bring ourselves situations that will fulfill biochemical craving. We create situations that will meet our chemical needs. An addict will always need a little more in order to feel that chemical high or rush. So if you can't control your emotional state, you must be addicted to it. So one example is if someone is addicted to disappointment, being in love will be connected to disappointment. And we create situations over and over to feed our chemical addiction. Basically, to prove you right. So you ask if emotions are bad. Emotions are not bad, they are life. They color the richness of our experience. It's our addiction that's the problem. And it's not just psychological, it's biochemical. So when you change your emotional state and your thinking, you not only change the life outside of you, because we project life from inside out, but you also change the chemical makeup of your cells. And as a result, your health, your aliveness, and your hunger for life. Feeling, observing, integrating, and releasing your negative emotions boosts your vitality, prevents disease, reduces pain and tension, and opens your heart to love and joy and freedom. So how do you do that? Well, the only way I know, because it has worked for me and my clients, is to own them, observe them, not engage in them, but surrender to them and release them. Remember, emotions are energy. Energy can be trapped and stored in your body, or it can be released. You always have that choice. Love, love, love. All you need is love. Love holds the power to all happiness, and it has ability to unite everyone together. It's a beautiful concept, love, and yet so many of us struggle with unconditional love and worse off, receiving love, because our heart is heavy with pain, which puts huge limitations on giving and receiving love. Everything you store in your heavy heart blocks the energy flow, the life force, and lowers the quality of your life and your health. When we are conceived, we are whole. Sadly, with each traumatic experience, abuse, disappointment, our energetic field gets split and we start to form parts. Parts are always in conflict For example, one part of you wants love, and the other part wants to protect you from being hurt again. So you are in conflict. Each part has their own personality, their own values and belief systems. The part that wants to protect you usually has a strong energetic charge and power over your decisions. Those parts keep you stuck and in your comfort zone, even if it's painful. So we spend the rest of our lives integrating and working towards wholeness. In my practice, I assist my clients in the process of integrating conflicting parts to speed the process of growth and becoming whole again. Self-love is the root from which everything grows. It's the highest state we can be in as humans. If you have it, you have happiness. And if you don't have love for yourself, you can't be truly loving to other people. Self-love is the radical act of looking at yourself completely honestly, without judgment, looking at the good and the bad and everything in between, and making a conscious decision to always think and act in a loving manner towards yourself, no matter what. When you love yourself, your cellular body vibrates at high frequency, which makes you feel good, and it lowers anxiety and stress. You feel deep joy and fulfillment. When you appreciate yourself, it helps you appreciate others and life in general. Remember, it's an inside-out job. So how to start loving yourself? Warning, here be monsters. Let me be very honest with you. The process of self-love is not for the faint of heart. It will bring up all those skeletons in your closet, the monsters in the back of your mind. The only way forward is through. You have to fight your demons before you can truly love yourself. You will meet resistance. You will find it hard to love some of your parts. Carl Rogers said, "The curious paradox is that when I accept myself just as I am, then I can change." Isn't that beautiful? Remember, small steps are the key to success. Start with a list of things that you do love or like about yourself. What are you proud of? Every day when you have to make a decision, ask yourself, if I truly love myself, what would I do or choose? Start with if I truly love myself until you actually feel that you do love yourself. With practice and repetition, I guarantee you that that day will come. Get in touch with your child self. Imagine the younger, innocent you and ask yourself, does this child deserve unconditional love? Does this child deserve to be happy? This is a very powerful exercise to regain what we've lost over the years. You know the saying, fake it till you make it? Well, it works. So act as though you love yourself. Don't let parts and your ego and old habits get in your way. Change your self-talk. And most importantly, love yourself just the way you are right now. Remember, there is nothing wrong with you. You are precious, beautiful, worthy, valuable, just the way you are. Everything in the universe is based on contrast. Our solar system exists because of polarities of positive and negative. And because we are part of this solar system, The same energies exist inside of you. You can't be all good, nor can you be all bad. If I put you in a bubble of nirvana, after a while you wouldn't even know what nirvana is, because you need contrast to know the difference. In order for you to know love, you need to experience what love is not. Sometimes you need to get sick in order to know what health is. To know joy, you need to know sadness. To know pleasure, you need to know pain. You can't escape it. You can't hide from it. It's part of our existence. Good and bad causes separation, causes a split in consciousness. And when there is separation, there is no harmony. And we are constantly in emotional war and in war with others. On the other side of pain, there is ecstasy. On the other side of pain is freedom. Pain is not a problem. Pain is only energy that can be released. Wise beings don't want to remain slave to a fear of pain. In truth, pain is the price of freedom. And the moment you are willing to pay the price, you are on your way to freedom. If you have any wisdom, you will not resist and protect your pain. To feel great love and freedom, to find a presence of God within you, all of this stored pain must go. In higher levels of consciousness, positive and negative actually complement each other. They dance together in perfect harmony. Imagine that. This is music to my ears. If we would allow the positive and the negative to complement each other, this would put an end to pain and suffering. That is where the power of freedom lives. That is where enlightenment lives. That is where you are one with God. Resistance is the most toxic force on the planet. It's the root of unhappiness, disease, and dysfunction. Most of us have two lives, the life we live and the unlived life within us. Between the two stands resistance. I can't express enough for you to understand that what you resist persists. What you resist, you get more of. So please stop resisting. Surrender to what is. Respect your sadness, your brokenness, your pain, your trauma, powerlessness. Own it. Be proud of it. They all have the right to existence. Surrender to your pain. Observe it. Sit with it. Breathe into it and release it and let go. Imagine a life where emotions and life experiences flow through you like a river with ease and harmony. Gratitude also brings ease and harmony to your heart. Feeling of gratitude flood our brain with a chemical called dopamine, giving us the natural high. Dopamine and feeling good heals toxic emotions and decreases pain level. It reduces anxiety and depression, therefore increases energy and vitality. Sitting quietly with yourself, Visualizing and feeling what you are grateful for is the most powerful way of increasing dopamine in your brain. With practice, when you get better at it, you will actually feel the vibration of energy in every cell of your body. And I can tell you from my own experience, true miracles and change appears in your life. Count your blessings. The negatives in your life are true blessings in disguise. Expressing yourself to someone and sharing your gratitude opens your heart and allows love to pour out of your heart. Gratitude is a sister of unconditional love. So if your heart is full of conditions and restrictions, gratitude will open your heart to unconditional love. Remember, repetition is the law of learning and transformation. Also, it's the way to get you in a habit of practicing something new and to get you out of your old habits that no longer serve you. So practice every day, 5-10 minutes a day, whenever you can make time. Mornings are good because you are fresh in the morning, and it's a good way to start a day to charge yourself with gratitude and love. So let's summarize. Step 1, the law of cause and effect. Life is an inside-out job. Your cellular body projects your beliefs and emotions to the outside world. When you take responsibility for your projections, you begin to make powerful changes that will improve your life. Or you can continue being where you are right now. By taking responsibility for your emotions and your thinking, your awareness increases. You start being more conscious of the impact your thinking and emotions have on your life. Small steps bring big changes, and you will start feeling better about your past, present, and future because you are committed to taking small actions to create positive changes. Awareness is a profound inner change of your thoughts and way of being. You must examine your thoughts, feelings, and experiences to understand yourself. Be your own scientist. Be curious, be fascinated with yourself. Ask yourself, am I a master of my thoughts and emotions, or am I a slave to them? Be patient with yourself and kind with yourself. And remember, repetition is the law of learning and transformation. Remember, negative emotions are not bad. They are part of your human makeup, the yin and yang of life. Only when they are stored in your body for far too long, they cause stuck energy. And the more you resist them, the more you get of it. Imagine each old hurt or pain is like a sliver in your skin. And if you don't remove it, pus starts to form around it. Well, you can put a band-aid on it to protect it and cautiously walk through life and limit yourself to certain activities so that you don't touch the spot. But eventually the pus gets bigger and bigger around it. And one day that stinky, toxic pus bursts open and the sliver flows out of it. And all of a sudden you feel better. You relax. You can move around more freely without the restrictions that you have put on yourself. By releasing stored negative emotions, you create more space in your heart and your cellular body. Imagine a garden full of weeds, and you go to the garden and start pulling the weeds out. It's not particularly a pleasant job, but you get dirty and you do it anyway. Now your field is free of weeds, and you start planting flowers, and you smell the aroma of those flowers, and you adore the beauty of God's creation, and you feel good and blissful. Eventually, the weeds will start to come back, but you love the beauty of your flower garden and you simply attend to those weeds as they come. You maintain the weeds and continue enjoying the beauty of your inner garden. Every time you get triggered by someone or something, the old pain is activated. The more hurt and pain you have, the more triggers you will experience during the day. You have to be grateful for that, because each time you get triggered, it's an opportunity to surrender to it, observe it, feel it, and release it. It truly is a blessing in disguise. When you love yourself, your cellular body will vibrate at higher frequency, lowering stress and anxiety, and allowing you to feel deep joy and love and appreciation. When you are full of love, you actually have love to give. Without self-love, you feel empty, out of alignment, disconnected, and possibly lonely. Make a list of things that you love or like about yourself. What are you proud of? Get in touch with your child's self and ask yourself, does this child deserve unconditional love? Does this child deserve to be happy? Change your self-talk. Be easy on yourself. Be kind to yourself. And work on accepting yourself just the way you are right now. Step 4. Everything in the universe is based on contrast. Positive and negative are just two sides of the same coin. By accepting the yin and yang of life, you'll be able to handle ups and downs of life with more ease. You'll be less judgmental and more accepting of yourself and others. You will feel more free and empowered. When we are at war or in conflict with good and bad, right and wrong, it's hard to feel hopeful during difficult times. And we spend more time in pain, struggles, and darkness. Respect and surrender to your sadness, brokenness, fear, pain, trauma, powerlessness. Envision a flip side of the coin. It's always there. Energy flows where attention goes. Trust this process and prove it to yourself that it works. Patience and tolerance is the path of wisdom. Step 5. Feelings of gratitude flood our brains with dopamine. Dope, 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 giving us the natural high. When you are grateful, you simply feel good. Gratitude is the sister of unconditional love. When you are in vibration of gratitude, you experience more abundance in your life. Automatically, you feel more energy, vitality, and joy. And your heart will open. When you open your heart, your deepest inner self is transformed, and you will see the most precious treasure that is you. I would like to demonstrate for a few minutes how to feel gratitude. So wherever you're sitting, just sit a little bit more comfortably. Take a deep breath and close your eyes. Put your hands on your heart and breathe deep into your heart. And feel the energy in your heart, the power of your heart, the beauty of your heart, the gift of your heart. It was given to you at birth. As long as it beats, you live. Be grateful for your heart. As you breathe into it and hold your heart, I want you to remember something that you are deeply grateful for. It could be a little moment or a big one. It doesn't matter. Step in that moment right now like you were there and feel grateful for it now. See what you saw, hear what you heard, feel what you felt then, now. Like you are there, feeling so grateful, lucky, or blessed for that moment or that person or that situation. Maybe that led to something beautiful in your life. Now imagine that the feeling of being grateful expands from your heart and radiates to every cell of your body. Your heart is overflowing with gratitude and love to the rest of your body. Each cell is vibrating with joy. You might even see the light nurturing each cell of your body. Feel, feel, feel. Feel the blissful state. Enjoy it. Take a few more minutes to feel this beautiful state. When you are ready, slowly come back to this moment. When you are ready, open your eyes. Now let's all stand up and stretch, 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 stretch. Oh, yeah, feels good. Well, I hope you had a lovely experience sitting in vibration of gratitude. These mindsets have changed my life. But my walls were very thick when I started this healing journey. We all put up walls to protect ourselves. There are walls made of steel, concrete walls, wooden walls so you see cracks of light coming through. glass walls, so you can see full spectrum of light behind them. And if you're lucky, you might just have a veil of a wall. My walls right now are glass, but if your walls are made of steel, you got a bigger job to do. So imagine that you are a house, a beautiful house. The walls of your house are strong, made of concrete, and you have a strong roof over your head. And imagine that I have come to shake your walls. And now you have cracks in your walls. So you can run for a bucket of cement and seal the cracks. You can even decorate your walls and paint them your favorite color. Hang pictures on your walls. Make it really cozy. Or you can watch the walls crumble and expand to the brilliance of you beyond these walls. The choice is yours. If you invest in yourself today and take action, you will feel relieved and supported. You will begin your healing work knowing that you are not alone in your pain and that you have the power to experience life differently. Imagine living in acceptance and harmony with the yin and yang of life, in balance between good and bad, right and wrong. Imagine positive and negative emotions flowing through you easily and effortlessly like a river. Freedom is the most desired feeling on this planet. Some people will give up love for freedom. Remember, pain is the price of freedom. If you are willing to pay the price, you are on your way to freedom. Thank God for free will and choices. If you are not ready for this healing journey, your time will come. But if you say yes, I am happy and grateful to assist you on your healing journey. I am privileged to share with you how I overcame pain in my life over and over. Everyone's situation and life is unique to them. And in order to figure out the shifts you can make within yourself, I have a free gift for you. I would love to have a private complimentary conversation with you with no strings attached. I will set aside an hour of my time next week to work with you and see if we can uncover some of your biggest struggles and how to overcome them. I truly care and want to see success and happiness in your life. Assisting people in growth and evolution is my fascination. I'm fascinated and curious about your life story. I love giving back. I know pain very well, and I feel your pain. I love helping courageous women who have gone through emotional hardship to bring their shadows to the light so that they too can fulfill their purpose in the world. If we work together, we will expand on the mindsets I have shared with you. I will coach you on how to sit with yourself and access your deepest pain and how to release them. I will guide you how to let go of your stories and how to become a master of your thoughts, how to control your negative self-talk. We will work on your belief systems and release those beliefs that no longer serve you. I will do my best to push you out of your comfort zone and to bring your shadows to the light. When you learn something new, first you believe it. Then, after a while, You know it at the core of your being as true. And then you live it, you breathe it, you become it. As a result of this deep work into your emotional healing, you approach your days with more courage and confidence instead of hesitating in fear. You will believe that joy is possible in your life and understand how to experience more of it. You will trust yourself and your ability to handle whatever comes your way. You will feel lighter and more engaged and excited about your present and future. You will experience a sense of peace, fulfillment, love, and happiness that possibly once seemed impossible. You will finally have the power to create the life you desire. So remember, you have a choice. You can stay where you are and feel stuck and frustrated, or you can see what life has to offer when you finally unburden yourself from pain. And since you've listened till the end, I want to thank you for investing this time in yourself. I see you and I know you are hurting. You don't have to do this all alone. I am here with an open heart, ready and excited to help you with your next step. I invite you to book a free call so we can talk more about your story. And I can guide you to apply these tools in a way that is unique to you. The life you want is ready for you. Are you ready to say yes to feeling truly and deeply happy again? So click on the button for your free call now, and let's get started. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I love you.